What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trevi Trev, and I'm back with another video. This time I got the gray sophisticated sweatshirt on, looking real majestic and shit. But that's not the point of the video today. I just wanted to make this video because I'm a little sick, guys. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm a little sick. But I'm gonna keep it grinding because these are my bread and butter, and I like putting them out there. So we're gonna grind through the sickness. We're gonna grind through the cold. We're gonna grind through the pain. But I wanted to put this video out there because I got inspired by two of my female friends, and I was talking to them because I like talking to them. They're my friends. One of them I used to be romantically involved with. The other one, she's just been a good friend since college. But I was talking to both of them, and I got inspired to make this video because they were talking about a lot of their problems, and I'm not gonna go too in depth into their problems specifically, but they were talking about their problems with me, and usually how our dynamic is, they usually give me a lot of inspiration and support, and I give them that inspirational support as well. So that's kind of a positive relationship we have. But besides that, we were having conversations. I was having conversations with both of them on the same day. Not on no romantic stuff. It's just I just like talking to people sometimes. But I was having a conversation with them, and both of them, I noticed like a similarity because not only are they both like Filipina, but I was having a conversation with them, and they were talking about some of their problems, and they were talking about some of their flaws, and I was telling them, it's not bad to have flaws, it's not bad to have imperfections, just as long as you grow and learn from them. And I feel like I'm gonna make this video to talk about some of those things and how even if you are a man or a woman, you could grow and learn into your flaws. Meaning you can use your flaws to become better, and you can use them as a strength instead of a negative thing. So I'm gonna talk about my first friend. And she's like really successful. She's like a business person like myself, but she's like way more successful than me. Like she works for a major company. She's involved with a lot of movers and shakers. She has her own books and things like that. But she was talking to me or whatever, and then I was basically talking with her about like how I can get better in the business field because I'm trying to transition out of it, but I still got my ties in there. So, I wanted to network still because, I believe in transferable skills. So I was asking her, like, what are some transferable skills I could bring into my new career? And then she was just basically telling me that or whatever. And then she basically told me some of her problems. I'm not going to go too in depth with them, but her problem is basically materialistic because I know she's a good person. I know she's a great person. Like, she's one of the kindest people. She doesn't even have to talk to me if she doesn't want to, but she's such a solid person. She still messes with the kid. But, she was talking about how she's getting all this money and she's getting all this success, and she likes to show it off and she likes these things, but she feels like she's losing herself. And I told her, don't worry about any of that. Just remember what's important. And I think a lot of us can learn from that flaw because even though we're really successful in life, we can still be humble and we can still stay on the ground and be grounded in who we are and rooted in who we are. And if you're religious, be rooted in God or whatever. And, you could just be rooted and be humble and still be yourself despite all the success, because you got to remember it can all come crashing down in a day. You should always be humble and thankful for what you have. And that's basically what I told her, despite her flaw, because I told her, you're a good person. I know that. Just don't get into your head too much, and then you'll be all right. You'll be successful. And then she thanked me for that. And I feel like that's like a relatable issue because a lot of people, especially women in the business field, they have this problem because, they always want to say they're a boss chick or whatever. But, deep down, they be sad and lonely. And, a lot of us feel that way. And not just them, but, specifically business women, they feel that a lot because as I move through the industry, I find that a lot of women are like her. But, she's a good person. She's self-aware of her issue and she's trying to change that. And that's good. That's really good. But, we all can learn from her and her example. And then I'm going to talk about my other friend here because she's like a nurse. And, I like talking to her because she's a dreamer like myself. Like, ever since I've known her, she's been a dreamer. She's had a beautiful vision of what she wants to be in life. And she's very similar to me, but she's very meek and quiet. And she has, like, a lot of, like, insecurity issues, meaning, like, she's not as confident as she could be, even though she's skilled. Like, she's worried about things like she has, like, a mole on her chin or some dumb shit like that. Or she's just, like, not confident in her abilities to speak in public crowds. And, I'm, like, a good like person for her because she even when we were romantically involved, she always used to rely on me to give her that energy to go forward. And she doesn't necessarily rely on me to do that now, but sometimes she likes a little motivational pep talk from me. Because what can I say? I'm an inspiring person. That's why you guys watch me. But she was basically talking about like her physical flaw, and I was telling her, yeah, I like you how you are. I like you how you are, even though you have the little thing you're worried about. I like you how you are, and there's nothing wrong with how you are. Be confident in yourself and wear it with pride. Because I use myself as I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm not the tallest guy. I'm like 5'4", 5'5" on a good day, right? So even though I am that height and I can't get taller because that's just genetics, I carry myself with confidence and I stand way above men twice my height. So, I told her basically the same advice and I told her, listen, you're a beautiful girl. That's why I like you. You have a beautiful spirit. You look good. Stop worrying about the little stuff and be more confident in yourself. And I feel like a lot of people, they should learn from me and just take it a different way, because a lot of people, especially in the red pill space, they're hung up on height, they're hung up on looks, they're hung up on status. But none of that shit matters really unless you carry yourself a certain way. It's more mindset than anything, because if you have the mindset to succeed, 9 times out of 10 you will succeed unless you mess up or unless things get in your way. So my message to her was just be more confident. Even though you have that flaw, embrace it. Like one of my favorite shows, Game of Thrones, they have a saying, never forget what you are, wear it like armor. And I think of that statement too, because I say, yeah, I'm a short guy, but I'm also a strong guy. I'm also well spoken. I can dress nice. I smell good. I can do all these things that make me worthwhile, even though I have this one flaw. And that's basically what I told her. I told her, you're a nurse, you're beautiful, you have a good head on your shoulders, and you don't act like everybody else. And she really enjoyed that. But I'm not getting back with her ever. But I just wanted to talk about that because a lot of people, they don't embrace their flaws, or they run from their flaws when they should instead face them head on. And they should be confident that they can overcome them. And granted, this is important. It takes time to overcome these things, because you're not just going to wake up one day and beat your flaws. Like me, embracing me being a shorter dude and becoming more confident, it's like a year-long, lifelong process. But I eventually accomplished it. And, that's my message for today. And, I wanted to make that message because it's synonymous for men and women and whoever's facing any kind of flaws. You got to face your flaws, and you got to face up to who you want to become if you want to become that great person. But anyway, that's my message for today. Like, comment, subscribe. And, I'm going to be posting more content for you guys to enjoy. And, I'm out, guys.